I think it's time. Showtime. It's June 5th, 2017, and it's been a while since I've been here, and that's because the information that's coming in is not coming in as readily as it had in the past when I was in Indonesia on the ground, when I was in the jungles, or we were out there in the villages where the many of the elders live. Back then, things would come quickly, sometimes maybe not for days or maybe for weeks even, but we get information regarding things. Now we're getting information that's much more serious, much bigger, many things that really have to be dealt with, and not about because it's Neil Keenan or anybody else, but because it helps the planet, helps the earth. Donald Trump, in his case, he's doing a wonderful job. He's fighting the world, apparently. You know, you look at Europe, and in Europe they're all trying to put their person in for the New World Order, so that the New World Order can take their position in Europe, which would make it easier for the cabal, for the New World Order, or the Bilderbergs, whatever the heck you want to call them. And their slip-up was they let Donald Trump sneak in the United States, because if they had gotten the United States with Hillary, it would have been all over already. Everything would have been cabal in the Western Hemisphere. And they're working on the East, as you know. They're working on Indonesia, they're working on Korea, they're working on Malaysia, and other places as well. They already have some other places I won't mention. You know who they are. And, you know, we're going to go from there. We got to realize what they're doing and how they're doing it. They're putting people into positions in the government. Mario Draghi, you know, head of the European Central Bank, and then you've got Monti in Italy. You've got other people. You've had Sarkozy in the past. You've had Hollande in the past, just recently, and now you got this guy Macron in France, who doesn't know anything about politics and who is really basically a banker, just another banker. But we have so many bankers, and they all do the same things. They screw us because they're all working with the cabal. So it's something that's happening now. Trump is working like a dog. I see what he's doing, and know what he's doing, and it's absolutely insane. But he's doing it. He could be, if he wasn't so good at what he's doing, he'd be a one-man show. But he's got so many good people around him that you don't think is good, but I know is good. You think they're cabal. They're not cabal. Maybe at one time they might have been, but or maybe they were playing a game too. Maybe they weren't cabal. Maybe they're just playing that game, like the cabal's playing games at one of us. It could work vice versa. But the bottom line is that it's time now for Trump to really, he's doing some good things. And I can't push him, don't want to try to push him. Impossible to push him. But you don't want to push him so much because he's getting what he wants out of the things he's doing. And it's going to take some time. It's purveying the land right now, still, I believe. And soon he'll be taking his gloves off. And when he does, there's going to be a big fight, or not a fight at all. And I think the best thing for us is not a fight at all. And Donald Trump comes in and just puts them away. That could happen. Or it could happen on another scale. It could happen that they could start making some hits in the East on the bunkers and things, which they've been trying to do, and they have done. And if that happens, that means they now have the money, the financing to go after Trump or anyone. And you know, their real problem is the United States. It is not Western Europe. Western Europe will fall down like the dominoes if the United States falls down. This is how it was planned. The United States first. England threw a monkey wrench into their machine with Nigel Farage getting the Brexit over there. Thank you, Nigel. You know, you were security for everybody. You did a great job. For years, you did a great job. Amazing how you took them on single-handedly, just as Trump is right now. But Trump's got a good team, and I never saw your team. I saw you. You were fighting them in Brussels, and I mean, you know, you were a one-man show there. Donald's got a family and a good team. He's got people like us too who are out there working our asses off, trying to bring them up to date on what's happening in certain places. So anyway, it's going to happen soon. This isn't going on forever, and if you're not working with Trump, then you should get the hell out of the way, because you're going to be one of those casualty of wars. You know, You know, in Europe, you might know that Macron, as you know, won the French election. He's not even a politician, but you know, there's so many migrants in France that and others that they outnumber the French people, and they're voting. They have the voting right, so they vote against the French people. The French people no longer control France. How can we get that back? It can be done, but you know. You have to talk to. You're going to have to talk to my friend in France about that, and you know, he knows who he is. He's a fantastic lawyer, and he's a good person, and he loves his country. So that's the only way you're going to get that done is doing it another way. You lost the election, and you lost it to people who aren't even French. You lost your world, basically, and it's going to happen in Germany too, because you've got Merkel, the cover girl for the Bilderbergs. She's fighting with Schultz. Schultz was the ex-head of the European Union. I mean, Jesus, you want to talk about Agenda 21? It's just going to get insane. Germany's gone down the wrong way, and it shouldn't, because the German people are so damn good. Again, there's ways to stop this, and there's ways to make it work against them. And I can tell you, I'll tell you when the time comes. If you're ready, you contact me, and we'll work on it. But I'm not just going to come out here and spread it out. So we blow it. It's going to be a real good shot at basically turning the whole thing upside down. Just so you know, it's out there, you know, and I'd like to see everybody come back, you know, and have their sovereign rights. You know, the quiet in Indonesia. You got a shadow government as well, involving the U.S. And they're trying to take down Indonesia and Jokowi. And why? Because they want those damn accounts. They're using corporations, Indonesian corporations. You have to remember a couple of years back when I was there, the World Economic Forum showed up at the Shangri-La Hotel, and they had basically many major corporations there as well at this meeting, and they were talking about financing Indonesia. Indonesia doesn't need financing. So if Indonesia ever got their head straight, figured out how to get those accounts working, you know, those bunkers working, and they don't even try. They try to do it themselves, and they get stuck, and they don't know what to do. They're good people, but they don't know what to do, and it's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, look at what's going on in South Korea. In South Korea, we got a U.S. military base. You know what they're doing? You know, military base. They set up a casino. There's a casino in the U.S. military base in South Korea. And what they're doing is they're taking the assets from the bunkers and they're running them through the casino so that they can clean the money. Mr. President, you don't know about this stuff, and you need to know about this stuff. You need to, because you know this is money that they're accruing, that they're acquiring in order to defeat you, now or later. You know, it could be they're waiting one more election, and they're going to come out with a ton of money throughout the world to beat you. But it's not their money. It's not their money. And you know, the 15-year jail term that people have mentioned in the past for the people who are looting the bunkers is a just amount of time. Put them away for 15 years if that's the case. You know, it's you need to stop it. It's Clinton's drug money, for God's sake, from Colombia, going through his foundation, is being used for the Indonesian soft coup, quiet coup. I mean, we talked about this before. Their plan was to assassinate the vice president, get to the vice president, and the president will collapse. He'll succumb. I mean, we really need to get to these people now before it's too late. I mean, I know you have great intel and so on, but my intel's not too shabby, Mr. President. You know that already. Anyway, the military bases are absolutely insane. We're going to be attending some private meetings soon throughout Asia. But before I do that, I'm going to take someone with me. I'm not too sure who. I'm leaning toward. It's going to be one of our people. I have to go to Asia. The feet aren't that bad right now. They hurt, but they're not that bad. I can get away with it. I can get away. I will get away with it, and I'll try to put this thing to bed first, once and for all. We had it before I left last time, only to find my bank account rifled here. We had it. We had everything set. Right after Christmas, New Year, everything was going to be done. I couldn't wait, and I get sick. And then the money was stolen before I get sick even, and that was it. We've been waiting. Now I'm getting ready to go back. I'm set. I'm set. I thought I had things going pretty well over here, which I do, and I'll make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. It's going to be interesting how it happens. I know I have to go back to square one in many regards because they haven't seen me in a while, and maybe have some things done over again. But whatever it takes, I'm going to be there to do, because we need to stop them. We can't continue on as we are, being dead ducks, and like my friend said. He says, what am I just going to sit here and wait for them to come? And the answer is, that's what it seems like sometimes. So let's get into our medical things, because I did a whole bunch of this on this in the preface. I had some real nice people in at the office in Europe here, and regarding the machines, and we've had a problem with one or two people, basically the same people, who did something to their machine and claimed that the machine just stopped on its own, and there was a glitch in the machine, and but the technician, when they looks at the chip, he finds everything, and it was synthetics, and the fact that those two posts that you see, they were clicking too much together, which created the short. But a lot of noise was made, a lot of things was said, and in the end, they had to wait for the machine to be sent back to them. They didn't even wait for this machine. They got a new machine, despite the fact that they created the errors. They got a new machine, and they're quiet now. But that doesn't mean we're quiet. They were the ones in charge of the database at that time, and that's been taken from them. Nancy and Larry Gorman out in California will be the new heads of our databases. Everything will go from Richard to them. So they'll be the people. You'll have their information, and either in the preface to this video, or you'll get it on our site. One of the two. Okay, so that's all set now. Nancy and Larry know they can do the job. They're more than capable. They're very good at what they do as well with the machine, and like Marcia and like Roberto down there in Texas now, who's doing fantastic, and Nisham over in New Zealand. He just helped this woman who was on her way out the door, basically passing over, and he got rid of her breast cancer. And Nisham, fantastic job, Nisham, and I'm not going to spoil the story. It's your story, and so is John, your story too as well. I'm not going to blow it for you. You're going to do the release, okay? I'm not that bad, but I had to tell the people there's hope for the breast cancer. Your client, and you in particular, as not the provider, as the server. You're the one that's doing the work. You're the one that knows how to pull the plugs when you have to pull them, push the buttons when you have to push them. That's you. That's you. You're doing a great job. Great job. And you've done so much for so many people in such a short time. Nancy and Larry and Dean will be spokespeople for us within the United States and Canada. Although, eventually I have another friend in Canada who right now is not involved in this, who will soon be, once we get things rolling. I'll be talking to him soon, and I would not want anybody but him. So, we've done all kinds of things that are good. We're talking about the water machine that we told you about. That's probably in a week or two will be coming out. It'll be out and made available. It'll give you great water in your home. It'll be 100, 120% purer than then you have now the fluoride and all that will be gone. Any toxin whatsoever in the water will be out. You're going to have something nice soon. I don't know the price because it hasn't arrived yet. They're working on it still, Walter and his team. And after that, we're going to have the free energy. You know, we're talking about many things which we don't know so much about yet because you haven't seen it. And we're talking about going from the financing in Eastern Europe, I mean in East Asia, Southeast actually, we're talking about all the financing from the bunkers and everything that's going to be done is going to strip them of their financial position. It's going to strip them of it. It's going to take it from them, and they're going to need something. And on the other hand, we're talking about knocking big pharma down. We're talking about the hospitals. We're talking about everything else with the medical things that we have. The elixir is working real fine. We found a way, I believe, to Walter did actually to move it from where he is to the United States. It should take only 10 days at the most. So that's something that's already been done. It would have been tested. When I go back, we'll work on that because I have a pretty big database on that. And I have to check things out in the bank and everything else to see who's who and go over there. And then we'll start putting them in the mail to you. You'll have them soon. It was a lot of work because they went out of their way to stop us. You know, George Bush and the Vanguard. They did what they thought they could do, and they've been doing it for years. But so we're going to have all that, the water machines, the free energy. It's all coming. It's all coming. The elixir is on its way. You've already got the machines. By the way, those machines are so damn good. And I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you anymore. But it's amazing what it's doing. It's amazing. I mean, the Christy and Diane, who were in the offices, will tell you. You know, there wasn't any glitch or anything with that machine. The machine was perfect. There's people who didn't really pay attention. That's all. And they blew a machine. That's all. But Walter fixed that machine after he sent the other machine out. So it's another machine that they have to play with. So it's not all gone. You know, we took down everybody that came after us along the way. We didn't duck anybody. We were like a prize fighter. Everybody taking shots at us, wanting to take us down, calling us names, saying we did things, and everything else. And we beat them. We beat them and we tossed them to the side. You know, it's just not going to stop. They're doing it again. I've got 5 or 6 messages from friends of mine who have received information from quacks, call them quacks, about things that I've done and what my team has done even. And it's not true, but it hurts the people that it's been sent to. And you know, one in particular said that we're involved with prostitutes. And I mean, that's far from right. It's wrong. It's wrong. It says that we were drinking vodka or drinking tequila. And that's true. A couple of times a year, myself, Nelu, and Joe, and whoever else is there, Inshallah, whoever's there would drink tequila or vodka. And we go out and have a ball. We're entitled to it. It was my money. We can do what we want. I mean, you know, I've heard more, much more, and not good. Not good. But, you know, we have to live with it just a little longer. And whoever gets hurt, well, that's collateral damage, I guess. I don't know. But I plan on, because of people like this, I plan in the near future. I know who they are, the people. Now, we have their emails. And their emails have already been sent to, I won't tell you where, but we're going to find out exactly who they are and where they are. Okay, so there's about 6 of you. We're gonna know where you are and who you are. And those emails you sent out with that those slanderous comments and so on, trying to hurt people, and having hurt people even, we're going to come for you. Don't think I'm outside the United States forever. You know, I'm now able to fly back, just so you know. And I'm going to. And if I have some addresses, I'll make it a point to visit you at your home and let you know how I feel. So I think you made a mistake. You played a game, you think it's fun, but you're playing with people's emotions and you're hurting them. I don't like it. But you do what you do. But no, I'm not coming alone. Okay? So, I thought I'd put that out there for you because it's not good what you're doing. Because now I can do it to you. I'll get all your family names, I'll get everything else, and I'll be sending them things, telling them about you. Your neighbors, everybody. So you don't want to play with me because I will fight with you. I fight with everyone. I don't let people get away. Anyway, the next thing is, let's just, while we got still some machines coming in, and it's early, and the machines are fantastic. It's time to get off the fence, and get those damn machines for yourself, for your family, for your businesses, whatever. It's time for you to move. There's nothing holding us back now at this point in time, other than the fact that I'm going to be leaving soon, like I said, on a pretty long journey that's going to help us and help Asia and help Europe. It's going to be quite the thing if it's done right. And I have to spend some time doing this. And right now it seems like I have all the time in the world. So I don't have any time, but it seems like I have all the time in the world. So just enjoy yourselves for now. Pay attention to what's happening. Know that Trump is with you. He's not against you. And don't believe everything you hear, because you hear so much about Donald Trump that's not true. You might even hear something about me. So you might get an email too in the mail. I don't know. But most of you people have a good idea who I am. We've gone through it all already. We know that usually when people throw things at me, it doesn't stick, and it usually reverts back to them. It's the same thing that's going to happen this time, but people got hurt. It's not a good thing. So I'll say good night, Nancy and Larry and Dean. I'm happy that you're going to be aboard the boat and you're going to help out. Richard does what he can do. Everyone else does what they can do. It's great that you're doing more than what you can do. You guys are fantastic. And I'm looking for M2 up there, but not up there. Not tonight. So anyway, wishing you all well, and you take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon. It's going to be a while, maybe again, before I send something to you, but I'm not too sure. I wait until I accumulate. You'll see the preface. I wait until I accumulate the information, the real information, and then I put it in. I'm waiting for the solid things to come in, and what we do to stop them, and we put it out there for you. And God bless you. You deserve to have some information, and most people are only telling you what they think and how they feel. Well, that doesn't go too far when somebody's pointing a gun at you in the near future, or starving you, or poisoning you, or anything else. You need to know what's going on. And to this moment, I've done that. We've done that. And after it's over with, then I don't know if I'll do that anymore, because we'll be delegating positions to do things in regards to the humanitarian packages. Okay? You just take care. It's been a long road, and I wish you well. I know you're praying to God that you get better or whatever. And I'm doing the best I can do, and we're doing the best we can do. Okay? And I'm not going to respond to the slanderous comments, because I give them a forum. I give them a platform. I am not giving them a platform. I'm not answering them. They can kiss my Irish ass. Okay? Take care. Good night. God bless. Bye-bye.